All right, hello everyone, and now welcome. Wow, excuse me. Welcome to a game between Foggy versus TBC BM. This game taking place here on Amazonia. Over here on the top right-hand side of the map, we have TBC BM spawning as the red undead. On the bottom left-hand side of the map, we have Foggy? Foggy is spawning as the blue night elf. Alright. Altar of Elders, Moonwell now being placed down, Ancient of War right in between these two locations here in order to begin some creeping. What are the strategies in this matchup here? Are we going to be looking at Frostworms, Bears, Dryads, Crypt Fiends? Well, I'd have to say yes. Nice to hear you say nice to see you. As things are still getting underway here. Ghoul is gonna go ahead and get trained up. Tomb of Relics and Ziggurats. How is all of this going to go down as we are looking at the Demon Hunter, going to be making an appearance shortly. Ancient of War, training up an archer. And all of this, well before the 2-minute mark. The big question is going to be, how is the Night Elf going to respond to his opponent? In the Night Elf versus Undead matchup, there are a number of different strategies the Undead has done in the past. I've seen Undead players go Mass Gargoyles. I've seen them go Death Knight with Unholy Aura first, and then just swarming your opponent with ghouls. It seems like those types of pressure strategies have fallen out of favor lately, but we could see them transitioned back at some point. It is going to be the Demon Hunter, not a Warden. I believe some players had actually started to go Warden first in order to combat and deal with that particular strategy, and the Demon Hunter may purposely also get Immolation in order to make sure he doesn't get surrounded by ghouls very easily either. Gonna go ahead and finish off some of these units here. Rogue gonna get taken out. Archer continuing to fire away, as we may see trying to clear out this other creep camp here in just a second. No, not going to do so. Ancient of War just going to root itself, start training up some more units. Alright, back across here. Death Knight is going to be doing some creeping. Wisp gets ensnared. You know that he wanted to get a detonation off on all of those units, and he does get a detonation, followed by a mana burn on that Death Knight. Incredibly important. Meanwhile, a skeletal minion gets ensnared there as the Demon Hunter wants to finish off this ghoul. Ghoul, however, gets in harm's way to protect his brethren, as the Demon Hunter is at level 2, and it looks like he did, in fact, tech evasion. Alright, mana burn onto the Death Knight once again. 5 ghouls already out onto the field. Still no Unholy Aura for the Death Knight, but this shouldn't be that big of a problem. The Demon Hunter wants to get a little bit more experience, but he knows that he's going to have a very difficult time here. Skeletal minions can easily chase down this Demon Hunter here. Apprentice Wizard's going to get taken out. Death Knight could be getting in more damage. Are we going to see another mana burn? Yes, we are, as the Rogue will get taken out, dropping a Mantle of Intelligence. Scroll of Town Portal was sold from the Death Knight, interestingly enough. Curious as to what item or what reason he wanted that extra additional gold that early on. Perhaps the tech to tier 2. Is the Demon Hunter the best hero for Night Elf? The Demon Hunter is a very strong hero against every other hero in the game. That's the reason why it's such a good hero, because it can shut down so many other heroes. I'm not sure if TBC BM got the experience on that last kill. The lightning shield was there. Hello, Wegjoyo one. I don't know how to say that name, but high stream as well, up to 20, getting up higher and higher. What Twitch says, I need to get up to 75 in order to become a partner. Alright, I'm still quite a ways away from that, but still enjoying my time nonetheless. Demon Hunter now making his way back off to the north. Death Knight is in position. Could take down the Renegade Wizard. Demon Hunter making its way across. It does not mana burn the Renegade Wizard. Instead, the Death Knight gets the Death Coil off, able to finish it off. The Demon Hunter being forced instead to mana burn the Death Knight. As you can see, the skeletal minions are now trying to back off again. Here's 5 of the 75 bits you'll need to be a partner. No, not 75 bits. I need 75 views. Sorry. 75 concurrent viewers. So I'm currently at 20. Mana burn, very good at shutting down other heroes. Did I say bits? My apologies. I need 75 views on average, and then that does in fact count. Anyways, Demon Hunter. Well, getting a lot of misses right there. Naga Sea Witch added here to try and add in a little bit of additional protection, also being able to pick off some units. But you can see that there are a lot more archers than I would have expected. Okay. Archers are now making their rounds there. As you can see, back down here, Death Knight is going to be going ahead and trying to go after this Renegade Wizard creep camp. Oh, I also get a lot of questions about strategy. And if you guys follow me on Twitch, you can actually ask other viewers in real time what certain or popular strategies are or why players are doing what they are doing. I found that my community is fairly much non-toxic and a lot of fun to hang around with, so hopefully you guys can enjoy that as well. Demon Hunter gets, well, another mana burn onto that Death Knight. Death Knight sitting at level 2, trying to get away. Cold Arrows is going to be able to pick off another ghoul, and that is the strength of the Naga Sea Witch at tier 2. Getting a little bit of extra experience, being able to pick off unit after unit. As you can see, the Demon Hunter teleporting back home, gonna go ahead and heal back up and then rejoin up with the rest of the army. Aww, yeah. Kind words to my community. Thank you. Tree of Life was completed here, and it should be able to start fighting back in just a second. Demon Hunter gonna go ahead and get into that front line there. Boulder toss onto an archer in the back line. Demon Hunter already up to level 3 with level 2 mana burns. And the expansion is going to be, well, incredibly important. Unlike a human expansion that often happens in the human versus undead, well, there are actually stronger units to counter. Dryads are very powerful in the matchup in addition to bears, and they both come from Ancients of Lore. Ancient of Wonder is going to get pressured down, most likely get canceled here in just a second. Meanwhile, the Demon Hunter gets another mana burn onto the Death Knight. Cold Arrow still going down. That Death Knight in a little bit of trouble. Frost Nova, however, onto the Demon Hunter, making it so that the Death Knight is still out of trouble. All right, Death Knight, however, Unholy Aura. Level 2 Unholy Aura first again. All right, I was wondering why the Undead army was moving across the map so quickly. Death Knight actually went for level 2 Unholy Aura first over level 2 Death Coil. This may be a strategy to try and counteract the fact that the Demon Hunter has been able to mana burn so much early on. Once the Obsidian statues are out, that's when you can rely on the Death Knight actually having enough mana to be able to use those death coils as it's constantly getting recharged. All right, let's take a look back across here as we see the Demon Hunter sitting at level 3, Naga Sea Witch at level 3 as well. Troll Shadow Priest, thank you for the cheer, Lord Adric, 100 bits right there. Definitely helps me out as the Naga Sea Witch now, well, with the Scroll of Town Portal. Druid of the Talon. All right, my brain is processing right now. Dual Ancients of Wind. This was not something I was expecting in this matchup. Destroyers are very, very common in this matchup. I don't know why you would have a high mana cost caster in this matchup here. You don't want Fairy Fire because that's just going to just power up Destroyers, and you don't want Cyclone as that's just going to do the same thing as well. The flip side to this, though, is the sheer number of archers that we're looking at from the players. Foggy has a large number of archers that are naturally resistant to magic. Archers also have the Elun's Grace that gives them even further magic protection. You may be thinking, or you may have thought sometimes, archers only have 245 hit points. Why is it so difficult to kill them with Death Coil, Frost Nova, those types of abilities? That is the reason why there. All right, let's take a look. Ancient of Wonder is quickly going to get taken out. Obsidian Statue, there's the damage. Well, there's a Death Coil, Frost Nova to take down one unit. There is another right there as the Hippogriff is currently in the air, not doing it. Oh, wait, are we going to get Hippogriff Riders? Is that the long game strategy? Cyclone picking up the Lich. And you can see Troll Shadow Priest trying to heal back up. Ghouls. Oh, units getting picked back up every which way. Death Knight. Naga Sea Witch continuing to fight back here. Overall population, let's take a look. 49 to 40 as the Demon Hunter sits at level 4. Death Knight still trying to make its way back across here. Druids of the Talon could get that negative, that Fairy Fire, and that armor reduction is, well, significant. You can see that the Death Knight having a little bit of problem here. Forest Troll Berserker getting taken down once more. Demon Hunter going to go ahead and try to go after some more units and should be able to fix or focus down some of these units here. Okay, more mana burns going down. You can see we may be getting Hippogriff Riders. Hippogriff Riders, always an interesting call. I don't remember the last time I saw Hippogriff Riders. I should have thought of that for you. My apologies. It's probably been about a year and a half. Hippogriff Riders, you can dismount them, remount them as you need, and what ends up happening is well, the Hippogriff Riders are very, very effective. And then if your opponent just goes Crypt Fiends, you dismount the archers and can then do a bit of damage. And then you have the Druid of the Talon for Fairy Fire and Cyclone. Archers are then able to poke down destroyers, and you have Hippogriffs to deal with the destroyers as well. Sentry Ward now placed down here. All right, yeah, I remember that game. Dismounting Hippogriff Riders and remounting them. Very, very effective. All right, Demon Hunter going to get into position. However, one Hippogriff just getting webbed down. That is not a good spot. Keeper of the Grove. All right, Night Elf going try tier 3 or Keeper of the Grove, having a third hero entangle onto a Crypt Fiend, and now all of a sudden, well, the Destroyer just needs to get focused down. As soon as the Destroyer is focused down, it's gonna have some bad days. All right, Scroll of Destroyer trying to get away. Let's see. Lich does have a potion of invulnerability still. Dark Ranger is in trouble. Mana Burn, another entangle there, and I am just at a loss right now. Keeper of the Grove coming in, being able to shut down about 2 to 3 units there. However, the Keeper of the Grove is low on mana already. No Brilliance Aura, no way to easily get mana. Moonwells, yes, more Hippogriffs being added into the air, but this just looks like this is just a very crazy, strange game right now. Demon Hunter first. Fairly standard. Naga Sea Witch. Okay, but not Naga Sea Witch to pressure. Followed up with Keeper of the Grove, who also has an Orb of Venom. The Demon Hunter also has an Orb of Venom. Anti-air, or the Destroyers are going to actually have a very, very difficult time trying to do anything since they're going to constantly be poisoned. Now, the flip side to this, Goblin Zeppelin getting taken down once again. Crypt Fiend. Crypt Fiend's trying to focus down some of these units. 54 compared to 47 supply. Hippogriff is going to start poking down some of those units. There's a quick web as the Demon Hunter, well, trying to race over. Keeper of the Grove is at the right amount of mana. Are we going to see an entangle here in just a moment? Mechanical units not getting entangled. Demon Hunter, Boots of Speed not on the Keeper of the Grove as the units are pretty much trying to run. There is no, not an entangle. He tries to get within range, but the Unholy Aura is just allowing it to move far too fast. Chimera Roast now getting added here. There's a cancellation. The Death Coil saving that Crypt Fiend there. Scroll of Town Portal quickly trying to get out of dodge as the Chimera Roost is going to get taken down. Yes. No, it was canceled, and it perhaps will be rebuilt as well. All right. Expansion into Chimeras with a Keeper of the Grove. Non-standard game, to say the least. Archers do not have upgrades. Druids of the Talon are at mastery training. I am still completely dumbfounded by this game. I cannot predict who's going to win. Supply counts are far too even. 59 supply compared to 50, but remember, there are extra wisp, so it's only about a 4 supply difference in terms of the army. Still very odd, as we are now going to be getting a Hunter's Hall next to the Mercenary Camp. That's probably just to try and hide it, as we see Scrolls of Healing being added. Alright, Scrolls of Healing to try and offset the Frost Nova damage that is area effect. Non-standard fun. Non-standard fun guaranteed, yeah. Hippogriff flying overhead, trying to keep track of everything here. We do have a Temple of the Damned. We are getting some more obsidian statues. And fantastic. Well, Orb Knight, once again, thank you for the bits, getting more and more. It's raining bits here all today as we are looking at the Death Knight, now looking to pick off some more units here. Naga Sea Witch, Staff of Preservation, no Entangle, Destroyers are right there, Orb of Venom, Frost Nova, Druid of the Talon, not saved in time, Cyclone getting picked up here, Destroyer gonna most likely devour that as you see the mana burn go down onto the Lich. Lich taking a lot of damage once more. Destroyers are all here, ready to go, trying to focus down those units. The Druids of the Talons could actually go into Crow form as a... Can they actually do damage to the Destroyers and actually be effective? As you see another web getting taken down here. Cyclone picking up units. That is not that is actually the Druids of the Talon doing. And this is extremely, extremely non-standard. But the Destroyers with their mana, because they're not fighting against heavy armored units, it doesn't seem nearly as broken. Meanwhile, Demolisher completely taking down so many of the casters right there as the Destroyers are now going after the units here. Demon Hunter, Naga Sea Witch, Keeper of the Grove, trying to get saved every which way. Staff of Preservation, not in time. Naga Sea Witch was transferred the Staff of Preservation, but was not able to cast it quickly enough. Destroyers are all here. Demon Hunter trying to go after some of these units, may be forced to back off. Does have an anti-magic potion, 53 supply compared to 51. As we're looking at all these units now looking to back up once again. All right, mana burn onto the Death Knight. Naga Sea Witch taking a little bit more damage. Keeper of the Grove, it's only at level 1 though, so it should be fairly easy to try and resurrect him. Demon Hunter going after the remaining units. We should see another mana burn. No mana in that Demon Hunter as the units are now starting to get picked off again. Low hit point Destroyer. Why isn't he going after the the Obsidian, the Destroyers instead, as another Druid of the Talon getting taken out? All right. Demon Hunter very low on hit points, trying to run back, run away. Where the unit's going? Naga Sea Witch is right there, turning back around. Naga Sea Witch getting a cold arrow off onto the Death Knight. Demon Hunter extremely low on hit points. Now finally focusing down onto some of those units. You can see that damage over time ticking away. 9 damage or 8 damage a second. All right, bits are a way to cheer me on. It is an emote that lets me know you are watching. Staff of Preservation, Demon Hunter back over here, nearly at full hit points. Naga Sea Witch perhaps should try and head back home as well. 3 Hippogriffs, 2 Chimeras, but Chimeras are only able to attack ground. This is still all going to be extremely strange here. Scroll of Healing quickly used. Keeper of the Grove still in a good spot as we're now looking back down here. All right. Ancient of Wonders getting attacked very, very quickly. Now, well, you see the units are all here. Damage. Damage right there before they take to the sky. Hippogriffs are all right here as well. Ensnare onto, entangle onto the Death Knight. Death Knight could be in trouble as we see the Keeper of the Grove trying to finish it off. There goes the Death Knight. Chimera is saved with the Staff of Preservation as that is the game. Ralph Fonte, thanks for the bits. Apparently, I may just be screaming too much because I am so, amazed at that game. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed it. I'm sorry about the sound lag. I've actually... Yeah, maybe I need to adjust my settings. Undead loses. The economic advantage definitely had a play, but I have never thought when you look at destroyers are extremely effective against bears and heavy armored units. There was not a single heavy armored unit in the composition of the Night Elf players. So the destroyers were there purely as an anti-magic unit. Yes, they were able to get some damage off, but since the army was mainly consisting of archers, the Elun's Grace actually added to the damage resistance against those units there. They were quick to replace, and they were better in Dryads in that situation because the Crypt Fiends could not easily focus them down. Dryads have slightly more hit points, but because they are unarmored, take significantly more damage than the archers. With all of that said, the Crypt Fiends were nearly just ignored in that matchup. Yeah, maybe the Demon Hunter or an Entangle picking off some of those units. The Crypt Fiends were mildly ignored, and I don't think TBCBM had enough time to compensate for the change in strategy. You needed to get the Crypt Fiends in order to web down those hippogriffs, but they were only effective against the hippogriffs. Primarily, there was nothing that piercing damage was really effective against. I can't believe... I'm trying to process all of this information for you, but I don't know if it's strong enough to be a meta shift, but this is the first game I've seen of this particular strategy, and if Foggy can excessively or successfully pull this off, it could have a very big dynamic change to the overall game and the overall landscape. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys are enjoying my analysis as well.